there's still a mystery to a lot of our characters, which hopefully is a foreboding of the fact there might be more series to come where we can put stuff in. But
for you, Matthew, Karl Mork, as you call him here, the Scandinavian name was Mörk, which would be translated into dark. So that kind of tells you the kind of guy he is, having the surname as being dark. So how was it kind of to get into the right headspace to play a character like this, who is a genius in some ways, but also very damaged as a human?
I think, yeah, but I'm not too much of a genius. I think there are certain moments actually where you see the necessity of having the right people around and the eclectic and the way that the relationships work, we get to the answers necessary. But I loved the character immediately the minute I read the scripts. I thought it was fantastic. And I like the freedom, again, with Alexa, because they've transposed it to Edinburgh, not in Denmark, and I'm suddenly English, that we weren't bound to the books, because sometimes when you adapt something, you can just be like, well, look, on page 128, it says this. And you're like, yeah, but we're not doing that. And then you get into it's complicated. And so I felt very free. Had, again, a lot of discussions with Scott about what his history could be. And actually, some of that went into this series, and then Scott's taken it out. So actually, I quite like, there's still a mystery to a lot of our characters, which hopefully is a foreboding of the fact there might be more series to come where we can put stuff in. But I think that's the thing about my character. Sorry, I'm speaking a lot.
I love it.
I think that's something about Karl, is once you know his past, a lot more makes sense. So it's not just someone being abrasive for the reasons. There's a deep psychological scarring and physical and mental scarring, and and they're all carrying this kind of scarring. But the great thing about being Mork is I get to work with everybody. So I have a great relationship with, I mean, not great, but I have a rocky relationship with everyone. And so that leads to just a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, a lot of good scenes for sure.
A lot of good scenes.
You've mentioned Scott, and like The Queen's Gambit it's one of my favorite TV shows, and he's done plenty of good movies. And you made The Lookout with him like 15 years plus ago. So I was wondering kind of the difference between working with him then on that movie and what he's gone through since then, and you've gone through since then. If the collaborations between you were very different now, or just the same as back then?
Well, it's exactly the same. Like he's been one of the best screenwriters ever since he came out with Little Man Tate. It's his work, and it's the same reaction I had when I read that script when I was, back in my 20s in LA. I had the same reaction of going, oh, okay, this is proper. This is what an amazing script looks like, and you just go, I can't wait to be involved in it. Scott himself hasn't changed a huge amount. He's still just this evil genius who's just, I mean, he's just so smart. I think when Daddy's in charge, you just feel very relaxed and comfortable. We did have another director too, and she was amazing, lovely Italian director. But when Scott comes back, you just feel like, because it's more like he's an auteur. So he's, and he has a way of just getting the right stuff out of you, and I love him to death. I actually did work with him very briefly on Godless. He brought me in for a part in the very last scene, but it got cut because it had more endings than The Return of the King. But yeah, he's amazing. The set is a kind. I mean, you've got to do your work, otherwise you will sink. You can't not turn up knowing all your dialogue like that.